Hey guys, it's Sandy. Welcome back to my channel, Freedom Warrior Fitness here, and I am following up with you guys. It is 2 weeks post-op of my hip labral tear and FAI. We are moving right along, so I thought I would give you guys an update, see where we're at. It's been about a week since I have been on here. Lots of great stuff happening. We definitely have some good days, some not so good days. My surgeon asked me how am I doing, and I said, well, better than most, worse than some. But you know what, guys? It really has been a great journey, even though it's been difficult at times. It's been a great journey. So 2 weeks post-op today. Actually, no, 2 weeks post-op last Wednesday. Today's Christmas Eve. It's my birthday, and so I thought I would hop on here. So a few things that have happened since the last time I updated you guys. Let's see. So I'm still on the crutches, obviously. I'll be on these for another 4 weeks. Saw my surgeon, got the steri strips taken off of the wound sites, and I have 4 wound sites. Some are really small, like little puncture wounds. One's a smaller, looks like just a really small incision right over top of my hip flexor, which, funny story. So I have not had any mind to hip flexor connection. I literally couldn't lift my knee up off of the table, you know, like off the chair. And I still, you know, can't really much, but I'd have to pick up my whole leg to put it, you know, on the couch or on the bed. But the biggest thing was I would go to physical therapy and she'd say, pick your knee up, you know, when your leg is dangling down, kind of like how, let me show you. So kind of like that. So you should be able to pick your knee up. So see, this is my good leg, and you can pick your knee all the way up. This one, I can pick up a little bit. So, I was getting really concerned because, like, even if I would go down the stairs, typically you would go down the stairs and you'd pick up your knee to get your next foot down the stairs. Well, I had no connection there. So I had to like flop my leg out to get it to go down the stairs. So I didn't know that that would be a result of the surgery. So needless to say, I was a little concerned because where the smaller incision is, literally right over top of my hip flexor, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he has severed my hip flexor. You know, your mind goes to these places like, I will never have use of this leg. I'll never be able to bring it forward. I went there for about 5 minutes, gave myself a small pity party of where I was headed, and then told myself, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. But I said, okay, well, I just won't have use of it. I'll be able to keep my fitness. I've seen people doing it one-legged forever. This is okay. You know, maybe I'll be the next 52-year-old one-legged athlete. I don't know. Okay, I know, I'm crazy. It's just where my mind goes. But I did that for 5 minutes and said, nope, you're not going there. Talked to a friend of mine who's also a PT, and she said, you know, honestly, that area just kind of shuts off when it gets traumatized from surgery. And so that was comforting. And then a couple days later, I was actually able to begin to get a little bit of connection. And as you can see, I can raise my foot up off the floor about 2 inches or so, which is a huge milestone. Great for me, yay team. I'm excited about that. So if you are watching this because you've had a labral tear, everybody's story is different. This is just my story, but I wanted to be out here and let people know what you could potentially expect and where to be. It is slow. Oh my golly. It is just the process is so slow coming back. Some people, you know, maybe don't even come back as fast as I am, even though I feel like mine is hugely slow. At least I'm 2 weeks post-op. I'm back in my gym. I cannot do anything with my legs except for ride my bike, which is right there. And I cannot use my left leg at all. I just have to kind of let it kind of glide along with the pedals. But I am able to do that. I have pain most days, you know, deep in the joint where the surgery actually was. And just as a reminder, they did do either drilled 4 or 5 holes around the rim of the hip and sunk the anchors in and then sutured around that with their special sutures to get that labrum to lay down. They cleaned it up, that kind of thing, shaved off the femur for the hip impingement. And it's probably right around the area that I had the most destruction, I guess, which is kind of posterior towards the back of the hip and groin. And so that definitely tends to ache a bit. I get some sharp pains in there sometimes if I move wrong. Still can't really get into bed without lifting my whole leg. Can't really get up on the couch and like put my leg up on the footstool unless I pick my leg up. So that's pretty par for the course at around 2 weeks. But I am definitely feeling stronger. I am able to get in and out of bed, up on the couch by myself. Have to have a little help getting into the car as far as like, I can't put my crutches in the back, seat and go around to the front. I could hobble a little bit, but it's really not a good idea because it kind of jostles you around, and I've done that in a little bit in the gym a little bit, and that definitely hurts. So have to have some help with that. So make sure if you're still 2 weeks post out that you are having people help you out if you can. Try not to do too much around the house as far as like being on my feet too much, because the gravity does tend to create some achiness down deep in the joint. And as much as like my brain and the rest of my body feels great and I want to be up doing stuff, I really want this recovery time to heal, and I want it to work because I was in so much pain prior to this, and I don't want to go back to that, and I don't want to set myself back. And I have a tendency to do that sometimes because I get impatient. So this has been a great time for me to learn to be patient, to learn to allow others to do, to help me clean house, cook dinner. And you know what, guys, you got to get there because, and as a mom, I'm a mom of 5, have a grandbaby now, and it's busy around here. My kids are in and out, and I really have to just let them take care of me, let them do it. And it's not always exactly to my liking, but guess what? It's getting done, and I'm getting that time to watch them. And I'm down. I'm actually studying right now some marketing stuff for my fitness business. But anyhow, off of that. So back to the leg. I still have a ton of numbness in my leg. Some of the surrounding area that on the top of the quad feels like fire pokers where it's trying to come back. That is ultra painful. I'm finding at night that one of the best things I have found is to sleep in my leggings, because when the sheet touches it and moves on it, it hurts so bad. My PT did say I need to take a towel and rub over it to desensitize it, and I'm trying to do that, but good night, it hurts really bad. So a couple other things, not getting in and out of the shower by myself. I did it one time. My husband about threw a Harry, because it really is dangerous. It's slippery, and you only have one good leg, and you do not want to try to brace or grab with the other leg. So it's a really good idea. Even though I have a shower chair, he helps me get in and out of the shower, especially when I'm wet. Trying to do my best not to bend over 90. Doc said I can go and tie my shoes, but sometimes you feel like, oh, just this one time, I'll pick that up, or just this one time I'll do that. But before you know it, throughout the day, it's like 20 times. So I'm trying not to do that. I do spend a lot of time sitting in kind of like a laid back situation. We don't have a recliner, so I kind of like slouch back on the couch and lay it out. And like I said, some days are better than others, but that's pretty much where I'm at right now. From this point forward, I have 4 more weeks left on my crutches, and it's just a lot of PT. I did get in the gym today, as I'll show you here in just a minute. I have been cleared to do upper body and some ab work. I have to be careful, so if you have a labral tear and you do like to work out, please be careful you don't overdo it. Don't try to lift weights that's too heavy for you. Pare it down, and remember, you are still healing. So you want to make sure you're giving your body enough time and energy to go to the healing place as well. But I know for you guys, or some of you, and for me, it's healing mentally for me to be in the gym. And so I, did a nice arm and back workout today. I'll show you that here in the video. And a couple of abs, but I'm kind of playing around with that because you don't want to engage your hip flexor. And some of them were engaging it, so I had to stop that and move on. As you can see, when you look at me from this angle, you can see the swelling in that hip. That hip is on your right. It's my left hip. But notice how much swelling is out there. Pretty much can only wear leggings right now just because of the comfort level and the burning sensation on the top of my leg. But there you go. Just know that that will go down in about 2 or 3 months. Also, just a reminder that when you see me hobbling around, I am only using one foot, not placing the operative foot on the ground. You tend to get pretty good at maneuvering around with one foot. So don't ever go without your crutches if you think you're gonna fall or if you're unstable. All right, see? You see me picking my crutches back up, moving around. But I do have the table next to me, so again, make sure you are stable. So this move right here was a little testy. After about doing 10 reps, I decided this probably wasn't the best one, even though I'm not moving the hip flexor on the left. It was still pulling just a touch, so I think I'm going to opt out of this one in the future. Again, I'm still experimenting with which ones create that pulling sensation and which ones don't. And it'll be different for every person. If you're interested and you want to know what you can do for your abs that's not going to engage your hip flexor, let me know and I'll pop something out to you. Just drop me a message right down here. And if you haven't seen my previous videos that are segmenting this journey, then just go back and subscribe to the channel. I'm a brand new channel, so we don't have hardly anybody on here, but I wanted to put this together for myself and for others because there really wasn't a ton of info out there about recovery for hip labral tears. And it can be kind of a scary surgery for people, so I wanted to do that. But I got a great positive mindset. Tomorrow's Christmas, and we had a ton of family in, and so we're excited about this season of the year. And I'm just thankful to have family around and to have people around that can really help me. And I hope you do too. I hope you have someone that's whispering in your ear that you got this, that you can do this, that give yourself the time to heal. You know, if you do have to go back to work, try your best to let other people help you to do the things that maybe you think you should be able to do. You know, embrace that. Embrace others. Let them help you, okay? I'm preaching to myself here. So anyhow, I hope you guys have a great and fantabulous Christmas. And I hope this season for you of working through your labral tear is fulfilling and that you're embracing it and you know that you won't always be here, okay? All right, warrior on, you guys, and I'll be back with some top 10 tips pre-surgery and then maybe top 10 tips after surgery, because let me tell you, I've learned some things I should and should not do. All right, we'll talk to y'all later.